And welcome back to this week's episode of the Broken Kid Podcast. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a lambskin jacket, it's because I don't go out much and I need to show this off because I paid a lot of money for this jacket. And now I'm stuck with a beautiful, great jacket that you can't wear because I live in a hot state. And even though it's starting to become fall every day, more like fall, it's still not cold enough to be able to wear it. That being said, I shouldn't do that. That's probably like a Jim Carrey type reference. And we all know I don't like Jim Carrey. He's too much buffoonery. Anyhow, I wanted to get on here and talk very earnestly about a movie that's great. And you might be wondering what that movie is. It's definitely not The Grinch, because we just said we hate Jim Carrey. It's not Deadpool and Wolverine, or the first Deadpool, even though they're great movies, or the second one for that matter. It's a movie about a monkey. Now, it's not that gorilla... It's not the gorilla movie with Joey the gorilla or whatever it is. Not Joe Rogan. Although he does have the physique of one and the strength of one, he can come and kill me. So don't come after me, Joe Rogan podcast. And that's also another interesting thing. Joe Rogan Clips, the GRC channel. Let's keep that thing rolling. But enough with the plug. Why am I plugging that dude? He doesn't need to get plugged by me. Anyhow, the movie I'm talking about is about the life of the Robbie Williams, not Robin Williams. This isn't that type of biopic. This is Robbie Williams, the singer from the English singer from Stoke-on-Trent. And this movie came out about a year ago. It's almost about to be a year ago. It came out near December. So about like 10 months ago. But it's a really good movie. It's a movie, a biopic. It's a movie about his life. Now, you're probably wondering, who is Robbie Williams? If it's not Robin Williams, the one who played Captain Hook, and the one who dressed up as an old woman, and eventually went on to do, well, we all know what he did. Anyhow, I'm not talking about the AA meetings, but we're talking about Robbie Williams, the singer. He started off in a boy band called Take That. He did a phenomenal job in it, and then he got kicked out for drug abuse and stuff, and being, gimmicky and, not being committed. But, about 3 years after, he started to really kind of get his life back together somewhat, and he came out with a few singles and his album, and he had this success. But the movie is just so wonderful because rather than portraying him in the sense of somebody else, which they could have done, just picked any human who resembled him or captured the essence, they decided to go a different route, and they decided to portray him as a monkey or as a chimp. Definitely not a spider monkey, but a primate. And anyhow, it was amazing because it was kind of like an allegory for this idea of he's always been weird, he's always been regarded as an outsider, he's always thought himself to be an outsider. But it becomes another story by saying, in the movie he says, when you become famous, you stay the age that you were born at, that you became famous at. And he became famous at around like 16, so he's saying that his growth was stunted. And it just talks about all the horrible things that this endeavor had, self-sabotage, self-destruction, not going down the best path. And it's just a beautiful story. And there's not a lot of people that are willing to tell this story this vulnerably, because it consisted of drug use, failed relationships, him not being the best person at times, and he portrays it openly. And I think that when you show that type of art, which is really scary, I wouldn't do it. I would never do that. I would leave parts out. And there's been, he did a phenomenal job trying, allowing this to be the movie that it is, and the actor who played him did a phenomenal job. And it's you just think about how hard it would be to put that out there and the criticism. But I think rather than getting criticism, it gave more insight, and it helped a lot of people. It helped me for sure, because there's so many beautiful songs in there, like Angels. He wrote a song named Angels in like early 2000s. I'm loving angels instead, and through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection. whether I'm right or wrong. And then another one is like, if I ever hurt you, your revenge will be so sweet because I'm scum and I come undone. And that's the name of the song, Come Undone. But no, rather than it, it shows how it was a downhill experience, but through all of that, he can seek salvation. And the name of the movie is called Better Man. And there's even a song that is called The Better Man, and it wasn't made for the movie. It had been made prior to it, years prior, but it's a beautiful song. And he just talks about desperation and his desire to get better and put his life back together. And I think that movie, I saw it when it came out, and I saw it about 3 or 4 times, and it's a hard watch because it's so vulnerable and it shows sides of human life that are ugly, and it's even uglier if you could relate to it. But it's really undercut by this idea that, hey, you can get better and you can be successful. And to me, I think that's just a very beautiful message to give out. And that being said, I hope you guys stay safe out there. Do what you want. Do what makes you happy, most importantly. Stay disciplined, and hope you guys have a great night. And I hope you guys come back next week for the next episode. Thank you.
And welcome back to this week's episode of the Broken Kid Podcast. If the setup looks a little different, then it's because it is, and you're not hallucinating. But, to get straight to the point, I don't like to ask for things, but I'm in a competition, and it's for Halloween, and there's a link below. I'm going to keep it pretty short and simple. All you have to do is click the link, and if you have a Facebook account, you can go ahead and just do a simple vote. It takes about 30 seconds. So maybe this is catering to the wrong people. I should be catering to your grandma or your aunts and uncles who do have Facebook. But if you do have it, go ahead and click the link below. And it's pretty much just a contest, a little contest where you could, win a few prizes. But it's for the face of Halloween. And I'm a big fan of Halloween, and if you would like to do that, go ahead and feel free to check out the profile. There's a few pictures up there. I want to upload more, but if you feel like it's beckoning you to simply just do a simple thing, I would greatly appreciate it. And that's all I'm asking. And if you don't want to, that's totally fine. But we're gonna go to the normal production in a few days, where I'm gonna be uploading normal videos. And I just wanted to throw that opportunity out there. And to anybody who does vote, I appreciate it, and I appreciate your support.